Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In this video, we're going to take a look at both charts, and yeah, Bitcoin is climbing up slightly. We're going to take a look at that, and Cardano also at a decision point at the moment. So let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as you know, my view here did, in my view, a wave one here back in April. Yeah, and since then we have been in a correction. Basically from April onwards, we've been in this correction, and we're getting close to finish this correction, which has been, well, at play for nearly a year now. Yeah, so we've come down in wave A, up in a wave B, and we are now in this wave C. Overall, this is in my view a wave one. I did say that quite a few times already. And after that wave one, what I do expect is here, well, we're currently in this wave two, which is consisting of the ABC. Yeah, a wave two typically consists of an ABC, or always. It's a corrective wave, so you get your ABC, large ABC, which again consists of several subwaves. So it's in the end, it gets quite complicated. But after this, we should see here a wave three. The wave three could really go up, you know, all the way up to 100K, maybe a little bit more. That's currently my view based on the extensions here. Before that, we had again a higher degree wave one, high degree wave two. Then we opened up another wave one, came down into another wave two, and this here is the third wave one, and we come down in wave two, and then we need to move up in a wave three. Yeah. So a lot of people think this year might have been a wave three already. We're now in a wave four. I don't agree with that, and that all has to do with Fibonacci extensions. It would become quite a long video, but just to keep it simple, we had a wave one here, the highest degree so far here. Come down in a wave two here into, I think, December, January. That was the low of the last, basically bull run. After the bull run, the low of the last bear market, I mean. And then we started with another wave one, came down in a wave two here. That was the March 2020 low, yeah. And then we started a new lower degree wave one, which this one is, moving down in a wave two. That's my current view. And after that, we should see quite an explosive wave three. I did mention it before with Polygon Matic that if you get these 1-2 setups, it can be really explosive. Yeah, so we keep an eye out on that. So that's still my view here for Bitcoin at the moment. And with Bitcoin, so nothing of my view has changed. Everything is so far going to plan. Okay, so Bitcoin is also here. If I go to the lower time frame, Bitcoin is still moving in this sort of channel. Yeah, if I make that a little bit larger, we can actually see that. Talked about earlier today about this potential triangle here. Now that was broken. It probably just was a little triangle within a channel, so there was no real effect. You could see it here coming down together a little bit. Maybe I go to the 30-minute chart, we can see it a little bit better. There was a bit of a triangle here going on, but that was that basically broke. And so far, you know, Bitcoin is steadily moving up a little bit higher. And you can potentially even now see this, depending on from where you start, see this a little bit as a triangle. If you see it like that, then we could see this potentially here as a first breakout and then a retest, and let's see what happens next. But we don't have the volume yet. So we want to see the volume. That could then lead to a breakout, and I still expect us to reach here the 43K level, a little bit higher. 43.3K would be the ideal level for that wave four, in which we currently are. Here's the wave four count. And after that, however, I would expect quite imminently then a correction. Yeah, and that would be the wave five that goes all the way down then. This is still my view, won't change. You know, nothing here has changed any of my views. And as I said before, it could go all the way up to around 46K. Only if it moves above that, we have to look at different scenarios, okay? Until then, for me, this scenario that we are here in a wave four and the wave five to the downside will then be that final wave of the correction, hopefully, that should go down to around 28, 29K. But the 28.7 that I talked about, that previous low of the here, I think from June, that was, yeah, that low here at around 28.7K, that is basically the minimum expectation for that next wave five down. So I think we should even see lower prices. In my view, could go down all the way to 20K, but the ideal range would be somewhere between 25 and 27k. So that's still my view here for Bitcoin. Good news is when that whole correction is over, then we should see a really explosive move to the upside. Cardano is currently at a bit of a decision point here. Also talked about this ascending trend line here. However, Cardano is just very carefully climbing up on this trend line. You can see it here. It now really needs to move away from it, right? If it can't do that, it probably will break down. The thing is, we've got the 20-day moving average coming down here. That's sitting currently at 114. Again, pushing the price down really. You really have something like a triangle. We are really in an apex here between this ascending trend line and the 20-day moving average, okay? So you've got this really this triangle pattern, and really imminently you will see a breakout happen. There needs to be a decision point. Do we break this ascending trend line? Do we go in a shorter term downtrend? Or can we push up above the 20-day moving average? And is the price going to move up higher on this ascending trend line? Currently, to be fair, looks a bit weak. Wouldn't be too confident now that we push up here unless Bitcoin really does its breakout to the upside. Now, the Bitcoin breakout needs to be, yeah, probably above 41.8k. Let me go once more into the hourly here. As I said, it could already be a breakout, but for the breakout here, we just don't have the volume. So at the moment, I'll probably just stick here with my sort of flag pattern here, something like that. To be fair, it's hard to keep it that accurate, but I would say we need to break above 41.8k to really get that breakout here for Bitcoin. But what I said for Bitcoin actually is that it first of all needs to bring down its 4-hour RSI. I mean, it's slowly doing that. So at some point here, you might see the move up. But yeah, Cardano is struggling at the moment to do that. Cardano isn't overbought at all, but it just lacks the momentum to push higher up here. And in the short term, yeah, I don't expect any crazy price moves here at the moment. That breakout, it's just isn't, you know, it would need to climb up on this trend line, but I just don't see the volume at the moment, don't see the excitement, don't see the volatility really in here. So yeah, I wouldn't be too confident that we see anything crazy. My view would be that we probably even probably go down from here. That's just the view, you know, but it's just my guess really. So you don't know until the breakout is happening, but these are the levels I would watch out for. Got the ascending trend line here, a descending trend line coming down here. And yeah, if Bitcoin is, if Cardano is able to break here the 20-day moving average, then certainly then we can address the next resistance, which would be here at the 50-day moving average at around 124, 125. So far, there was a bit of momentum after the breakout of the triangle. That momentum has been lost again as Bitcoin is struggling to break out of its own pattern. So yeah, it remains interesting, but so far the whole market today a little bit quiet anyway. I mean, it's Sunday, volumes are down, and you can see that actually in the Cardano chart at the moment. One last thing I wanted to take a look at in this video, I forgot actually in the beginning, is the moon indicator. You know, we take it with a pinch of salt. We don't take it too seriously. But what we saw earlier on this channel, that this moon indicator that you can see, actually the moon phases strategy indicator, that oftentimes when a moon phase changes, so from new moon to full moon, you could see quite a bit of a significant move. I think we did count it for last year. It actually was more than 70% correct. So the idea is that whenever you have a new moon, which is here red, so the beginning of a red phase is a new moon phase, last 2 weeks. So whenever you had that, you typically had a sell-off. So we can very beautifully see it actually here. It doesn't always work, as I said, but around 70%, which is quite good to be honest. But again, if it really is a correlation, I have no idea. We just used it because someone suggested it. I took a look at it, found it quite funny, and people love it. So to be honest, it did work more than 70% of the time. So we can just take a look here. For example, let's just start in December. We had a new moon starting exactly when that happened. We had a sell-off. Yeah, in the full moon phase here, we had a bit of a move up, nothing strong, but there was a move up, and it closed actually that full moon phase in profit compared to where it started. Next new moon phase went down. Next full moon phase actually went down as well. We're currently in the new moon phase, and here at the moment it did move up. As I said, it doesn't always happen. Just want to take a look at it. And the thing is, it did work for 2021 We did count it, I think more than 70% of the time. That is quite interesting. Of course, not always. It doesn't always work, but yeah, it's just interesting to just keep an eye on it, right? What is happening? So here again, new moon started. I think is that the 1st or 2nd of February. I think probably the 1st. 1st of February, new moon started. We saw an initial decline, but then it started to move up. But again, the new moon phase isn't over yet. It lasts normally here like 2 weeks or something. So yeah, let's see how that is carrying on. But typically, yeah, just briefly after that, you see normally something moving. So it's interesting. It's just interesting. I'll keep looking at it. At the moment, it is moving up actually compared to where it should be based on the moon phase indicator that it actually should go down. Yeah, but it's just something interesting to look at. That's here currently my view anyway on Bitcoin and Cardano. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you really like the content, maybe consider to join as a channel member. We've got our live stream today at 1700 UTC for every channel member. And also you can then always join, depending on which membership level you get, join the Discord and the Telegram live chat. And yeah, see all sorts of additional content. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.